So we just took a look at how to add openings in 2-point perspective onto a box that is overlapping our horizon line. Now what we want to do is we want to just take a quick glance of what it looks like to add openings down below here and above here. And as an extra bonus, we will add some openings to the bottom of this box and to the top of this box. So let's start with the bottom box first. Remember, just like here, anything that is below the horizon line, you are always going to start with a single line. The top and the bottom of that line go to the same side vanishing point. Just like this. I take my ruler, slide it over, keeping it parallel. If I wanted to make my opening like this, where it was like a wall and the floor and a wide space, which is what I'm gonna do, then I would take the farthermost corner, I would connect it back to my opposite side vanishing point, and I would draw just a little line in there showing the wall versus the floor. So I'll add a little bit of shading just onto this so you can kind of get a little bit of feeling for the atmosphere. There we go. The same thing would happen with a window on the top. I will make this one have a window sill though. Start with a line, go back to my vanishing point. I will make this a pretty big window. To close it, take my ruler, slide it over, keeping it parallel, erase that extra little bit. Now this is going to be a very tiny little line, but just like we did right here where we connected this corner to the opposite side vanishing point, I'm going to do the same thing again, but it's going to be a very short little line. Okay, now the edge of this line right here is going to mimic the side of my window. So this is going to just go straight up and down. This line going across here is going to follow this line. So to get that in correct, at the correct angle, I will actually connect it to my vanishing point and draw the line going this way. All right, and then that shows basically like this window right here, and then the window sill right here. So let's do it on the other side. Again, I start with a line, but on this side, because I'm on the left-hand side of my box, I am going to connect it to my left side vanishing point. Let's just do a little door right here. Okay. And I can either leave it like this, or I could add a little frame to it. If I was going to add a little frame to it, I take the furthermost corner right here and I connect it to my opposite side vanishing point, again with a small little line. Okay, that little line, the side of it goes straight up and down, just like this. The corner right here connects back to my vanishing point, just like this. And then I could add just a little doorknob so it looks more like a door. Okay, that also is the exact same thing that you would do with a window sill up here. All right, let's do something, well, I'll do the same thing with a window. Okay, start with a line, back to my vanishing point, take my ruler, slide it. This is a big window. I'm going to pretend like this one is a like a big walk-in space. So this one, again, is going to connect to my opposite side vanishing point, and I'm just going to bring it all the way to the edge. Now what this ends up kind of looking like is this is the floor, like this, and then this would be a side wall right here. Okay, does that make sense? Let's see, and so I would do the same thing again over here. If I wanted to do a window, let's just draw a giant window here. It's like taking up most of the side of the wall on this left-hand side. Okay, now I want to give this a window sill. Okay, basically kind of like this frame. So my furthermost corner goes back to the opposite side vanishing point, just like this. Side of it is parallel. This corner connects to that vanishing point, just like that. And then here I've got basically the window right here, and then a giant window sill right there. Okay. I'm going to do the top of this last because I don't want to confuse you at all. Now notice that when I am below my horizon line, this is really important, when I'm below my horizon line, when I'm looking at the openings, I will see a side and a bottom. Okay. When I am above my horizon line, I will see a side and a top. When I'm overlapping the horizon line, I will actually see the three sides: the top, the side, and the bottom of the windowsill. Okay, so that's very, very, very important to remember. So because I'm above here, make sure that my line is parallel. So we've got this floating city, floating box up here. The top of it connects back to my other side vanishing point. I close it with a parallel line to my beginning line. Okay, now remember, when we're above the horizon line, we're going to see the side and the top. So what happens here is this far corner is going to connect back to my vanishing point. It is, again, just a coincidence that it goes from corner to corner. Okay, if I had moved this opening over just a little bit, then it would not go from corner to corner, it would go from corner to side. In fact, I'll probably do that in just a minute. So what I'm seeing here is the ceiling right here. This is the ceiling versus the wall, the side of the wall inside of this box. Okay, just like that. I'll make that one a little bit darker. All right, now I'll show you again. So if I take this same thing, go back, end it. So here what you'll notice is that this is not going to go from corner to corner. It's going to be kind of close, but it's not going to be, notice how it stops a little bit above where this corner is. Okay, now if I wanted to make this actually a frame with a windowsill, then I would just use this little sliver of a line, go straight up and down because I'm trying to copy this one. The corner of that connects back to my other side vanishing point, and there I've got a door with a window frame. Okay. Let's see, let's do a window above this. Okay, start with a line. I'm gonna do a long window just to add some variation to this. Actually, I'm gonna end it right there, I think. And then I'll erase my extra lines. Okay, I'm gonna make this one have a little windowsill. So my furthermost corner, do a little line. The top of it is gonna connect to my vanishing point. This one is gonna go straight down because I'm always trying to mimic the line that is beginning with a line that ends, okay? So here is my window right here, and then here is my windowsill right there. All right, so very quickly on the other side, we'll do something similar. Start with a line, go back down to my vanishing point, end the line like this. I'll do the same thing as this one right here. This is going to connect back to my vanishing point, this corner. And here again, I've got the wall versus the ceiling right there. Okay. The same, let's see, I don't quite have room for a window and another door, so I'm just going to do a giant window right here with a windowsill just like this. The top and the bottom of that line go back to my vanishing point, end it with another parallel line. This far corner is going to go back to this vanishing point, but I'm just going to make it a short little line. Okay. The top of it will connect to my vanishing point, just like that. And then the side will be parallel to the side of the window, just like this. And then right there is my window. Okay. All right. So the final thing I'm going to show you as a little bonus is going to be to add a opening to the top of the box and to the bottom of the box. And so what I actually want to do is I'm going to start with a point. Instead of starting with a line, I'm actually going to start with a point, okay? Now, this point is the corner of my opening. I'm going to take that corner, that little point, and connect it to that side vanishing point. Take this one, connect it to that side vanishing point, okay? This one is going to go to the left, just like this. And then this one is going to go to the right, just like this. Okay. Now, I've got an opening, but if I wanted to make it look maybe like it had a windowsill, like this, then this is kind of the fun part. The very furthest corner right here, this is going to be a little different. This little corner is going to go straight up and down. Okay. At the bottom of this, it's going to connect to both side vanishing points. This one is going to go this direction. This one is going to go this direction, just like this. And there I've got maybe like a little rooftop swimming pool. Okay, here's my water right here, and then here's the edge of the pool. Okay, that's how you do a opening on the inside. Now, if I wanted to do something similar to what I've done with these, then I would do the same thing. I'd start with a line. That line is going to go back both sides, just like this. The end points connect back to the opposite side vanishing points. There we go. Okay, but instead of me stopping the line right here, what I would actually do is I would draw the line straight up and down. Now, again, it's just coincidence that it goes from corner to corner. Okay, so what I'm seeing is the side of the opening here and the side of the opening here. Okay, just like that. All right, so same thing on this. If I was going to create an opening at the top, I don't start with a line, I start with a dot. The dot goes back, back to my vanishing points. I'll do this one really big. Or not really big, but kind of big. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is, again, you kind of want to think of, you know, when you're trying to figure out where to put the line, you want to think of the corner that is furthest from you. So this is my corner furthest from me. I'm going to add a vertical line. Okay, this vertical line is consistent with all of my edges of my box. The top of the line connects one way to one vanishing point, and then the other one connects the opposite way, just like this. Okay. And then the same thing with this one over here. So if I wanted to do one over here, I'm going to start with a line. We'll do this one where it's taken up a large majority of the bottom of this. Okay, and then this furthermost corner furthest away from me is just going to go straight up and down, just like that. So I'm saying a side and a side of the bottom, just like that. Make one side darker, make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so that is how we add openings to boxes that are below, on, and above the horizon line.